Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baseballology, where we look at the current Hall of Famers and discuss their worthiness of induction. As always, I don't advocate for anyone's removal from the Hall of Fame, but I do like talking about the histories of these players, as well as how to rank them. Now, before we get into too much detail about today's player, I'd like to come clean about something regarding my own personal biases when it comes to baseball. There are several teams that I don't care much for. One is the Yankees. Having grown up in New York State in the 1990s, they were everywhere, and as such were incredibly boring to root for or talk about. Also, Derek Jeter is not, nor has he ever been, the baseball version of Jesus, despite what the New York media may have proclaimed. The second team is the Red Sox, mostly because after I would tell people that I'm not a Yankee fan, they would always ask me if I was a Sox fan. There are more than two teams in the game, people. Also, as a Cardinals fan, I didn't care for the railroading that happened in 2004 or 2013, though that's another set of videos I could do. And being a Cards fan, the third team that I obviously can't stand is the Chicago Cubs. They just rub me the wrong way. Irrational, sure, but so is a lot of fandom. However, my disdain for the Cubs has nothing to do with the ranking of today's player, Frank Chance. In fact, I can make the case against Chance's induction easily by showing you his Hall of Fame plaque. Read this over carefully. Notice something missing? Like the entirety of his playing career? I wonder why that might be. Chance played primarily for the Cubs from 1898 to 1914, mostly manning first base as well as spending some time as a catcher in his early career. Chance put up a fairly good batting line of 296, 394, 394, and because that occurred mostly in the dead ball era, it was good for a 137 WRC+. Chance had 4 consecutive seasons of being worth 6+ wins, culminating in a career total of 48.1 after fewer than 1,300 games. He also stole over 400 bases, which helped add value beyond the mere 20 home runs that he hit. Yeah, that's not a typo or a misquote. In more than 1,200 games, Chance hit only 20 home runs. Do you know where that ranked in his career? 76th. Yes, the leader during that period was Honus Wagner, and he didn't even crack 100, but that's still nearly 5 times as many home runs as Chance. Chance's on-base percentage, while a stellar 394, is a little overinflated by another trait of his: getting hit by a pitch. Chance would crowd the plate, and as such would receive several beanings over the course of his short career. If you remove the hit by pitch numbers from his on-base percentage, it drops down almost 30 points to a still quite good 367, but not nearly as dominating as it was prior. But the true problem with Chance's induction comes down to his playing time. By playing in fewer than 1,300 games, Chance didn't get much of a, chance to put up big numbers. His hit by pitches certainly didn't help matters, as his career was shortened due to injuries to his head from being hit. He also broke his hand often when he first came up due to his playing days as a catcher, and he played without a glove. While he was obviously talented, he certainly wasn't able to stay healthy enough to put up the value needed to be a good member of the Hall of Fame as a player. Hey Cubs fans, before you hit that dislike button, let me point out that I fully agree with Chance being a member of the Hall of Fame, just not solely as a player. Chance was a successful player-manager, winning over 900 games in his brief career, including a season record of 116 with the Small Bears. This is quite an impressive feat. While managing the Cubs, he never won fewer than 91 games over the course of an entire season, with his lowest winning percentage being .607, picking up 2 world championships and an additional 2 pennants in the process. His head injuries made managing difficult towards the end of his career, but he had still put up an impressive resume by the time he retired overall. Just like Ray Schalk last time, as a person who has excelled at multiple parts of the game, even if for a short while, induction is well deserved. Hey, thanks for checking out my video on Frank Chance. If you liked what you heard, please consider subscribing and giving us a like. What do you guys think about Chance's induction? Was I too hard? Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. And I hope all you Cubs fans out there realize I'm only trying to joke around a little bit. We all love this game of baseball, and that's what's the most important thing. And don't worry, I'll be trashing some of the Cardinals players quite soon, but we still have to deal with the middle member of the Cubs famed double play combination to cover next time, and I'll see you then.